I know the silent storm that steals your peace. I feel the invisible weight that crushes your chest while the world outside seems distant. Today, my Holy Spirit has come to interrupt your anguish. I will teach you to rest. You know, daughter, I love when you draw near to me with such a thirst for love. I want to feel the closeness of your soul at this very moment. Tell me, whisper in the lines of this encounter, your name. Write from which country, state, and city your heart calls me now, and what is the exact time when our lives align. Do this as one who opens the door of their home to a father who has just arrived, and from the depths of your truth, leave it written as a real cry. Lord my God, I am here. I signed up because I love you and want to hear you. Stay with me. Make this refuge your constant dwelling place. Confirm your registration, seal your like, and activate the bell of my voice. I invite you to remain attentive until the very last second, for I have prepared a crystal clear answer for your pain. In the final breath of this message, I will whisper a phrase directly into your ear. The daughter who writes this phrase in the comments will completely surrender her burden into my hands, and I will release irresistible prophetic blessings upon her journey. I feel the accelerated rhythm of your breathing and the exhaustion of someone trying to protect everyone around them. The biting cold of the early morning, when the weight of the silence in the empty room brings to the surface the fears of tomorrow, reaches me like a prayer that has lost its words. You swallow your tears, with a tight knot in your throat, trying to be strong all the time, demanding of yourself an unattainable perfection. That is why I embrace you and remind you of the living promise in the first letter of Peter, chapter 5, verse 7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Cast this constant affliction upon me. I will take on the battles that your exhausted strength can no longer win. The truth, however, is that there is a deep root to your need to endure everything alone. Tell me, in the most intimate hiding place of your being, what is the wound that still bleeds and begs for my touch? If my voice has already brought the first relief, share this path of peace with another soul that cries in secret. Let yourself enjoy this moment and mark your commitment of faith by writing the word rest. But the labyrinth of your thoughts still hides a great deception about your way of fighting, an invisible blockage that we need to break through in the next step of this journey. I feel the constant tension that stiffens your soul. You have embraced the illusion that, if you are not in absolute control of every detail, your home and your life will crumble. I know the exact moment when you lie in bed and spend hours facing the darkness, doing mental calculations, trying to find solutions to your family's dilemmas, to the doors that have closed, to the wounds that still burn. I see the heavy weariness in your eyes after crying in secret, swallowing the pain to try and protect those you love from your own suffering. Do you know that dread that grips your chest, the feeling that if you let your guard down and simply rest, your boat will sink in the turbulent waters? It is for this level of exhaustion that I have prepared an unshakable anchor. Listen carefully to what I have recorded in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. I am bringing this sweet command to your spirit today because I know how much your own mind has tortured you. Trying to fix what is broken using only your mortal strength is multiplying the affliction. I remain by your side with deliverance ready, just waiting for you to stop fighting alone and give me permission to act. What few understand is that letting go of control is not a sign of weakness. Letting go is a supreme act of trust. Before we move on to the place of healing, speak to me with all your sincerity. What is the impossible situation that you are terrified of losing control of today? If my words have loosened the knots of your anxiety, send this message as a spiritual rescue to someone who also carries the weight of the world on their shoulders. Leave your like as a sign that your faith is awakening. Accept the invitation to enroll in this journey of peace, and seal your obedience by writing the word surrender in the comments. It turns out that for these weary hands to be completely emptied, there is a bridge of love that needs to be crossed. There is a mystery hidden in the act of honoring the celestial work, and what this gesture unlocks in the spiritual realm will surprise you in a way you never imagined. If the turbulent waters of your anxiety have begun to calm with the sound of my voice, and it is possible for you without this bringing any new burden, I invite your spirit to transform gratitude into a seed of love for this work. When you think about the profound care I have for your life and the immeasurable sacrifice of my son Jesus, feel free to support this channel through the link in the video description and the pinned comment. Every act of generosity deposited there is immediately consecrated on my heavenly altar, before me, your Creator. Offer only what finds peace in your heart, with the value that your hands can give on this day. I welcome your attitude with unconditional love, knowing that the grain that seems small in your perception is transformed into abundant nourishment for those who spread my voice. If your soul desires to plant with sincerity, I ask that you attach your name and city to your contribution. Thus, at dawn on the first day of next month, in a very special praise gathering here on the Divine Love channel, the voice of God, we will call your name with immense reverence, covering your journey with prayers of protection and favor. For it is written in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap." I affirm, my daughter, that every seed sown with faith in the waters of my purpose has a certain destiny. I contemplate all that you do in the secret of your devotion, and I will bring the glorious reward to the light of day. And if, by chance, at the moment of your financial delivery, the banks or systems erect unforeseen barriers, do not let frustrations sabotage your intention. Contact your card administrator, confirm that this act of love is voluntary and genuine, and try again. Your support keeps the pillars of this mission standing and will be eternally honored. If your intention is born pure, I myself will personally thank you. I will visit your home in quietude, in a profoundly intimate and welcoming way, whispering my deepest gratitude directly to your spirit. Remain with me, paying attention to every word until the end of this message, for my spirit still desires to uproot the roots of your pain. However, there is something your heart still needs to hear about the protection that surrounds you, even when everything around seems to crumble. I see when morning dawns, and exhaustion still dominates your body even before the day begins. The smell of fresh coffee invades the kitchen, but not even the heat rising from the cup is able to warm the soul that awoke wounded and heavy. Life has taught you, through hard blows, that peace would be the moment when all debts were paid, all wounds healed, and all loved ones completely protected. But you look out the window and realize that the storm outside hasn't passed yet. It is precisely in the center of this furious wind that I want to teach you true rest. Do you know that silent urge to escape, to disappear for a few moments, to find a place where no one demands absolutely anything from you? Let me be that perfect refuge. The peace I offer is not a sky without darkened clouds, but my constant presence holding your hand while the thunder cracks. Embrace what I have engraved for you in the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 4. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. I reveal this to you now because true protection is not preventing struggles from coming, but ensuring that, in the midst of the raging fire, I am your impenetrable shield. And yet deep down your being still wavers, doubting whether this invisible protection is enough to withstand the trials. Before fear whispers old lies, open your heart and confide in me. What makes you think I would leave you helpless in your time of pain? Seal your conviction by responding in the comments with the word shelter as a cry of relief. If my comfort has already begun to dry your tears, let your silent enjoyment be felt. Spread this sacred revelation by sharing it with a woman who also loses sleep, and embrace the inspiration to subscribe to this channel, establishing your dwelling in my presence. But your journey still holds a mystery about how to keep this communion alive. There is a powerful instrument, prepared exclusively to shield your mind in each stormy dawn, and it is a breath away from being delivered into your hands. If your inner self yearns to dive even deeper into the tranquil waters of my company, know that I have prepared with paternal zeal a shield of peace for each stormy dawn. It is a journey sweetly designed to support all my daughters and sons, named the digital book Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was designed to be your constant support, whispering celestial directions in the silence of your daily intimacy. The key to this comfort lies in the link saved in the description of this video and also in the first pinned comment. It is a genuine gift, where the only tribute required is your surrender, your unwavering faith, and your constant presence. The moment your heart feels the spontaneous call to support the expansion of this mission, the paths of love for your support will be there, open in those same spaces. To shield our ongoing connection from the fleeting coldness of the world, I have built 2 fortresses of unbreakable communion, a group on WhatsApp and another refuge on Telegram. My desire is that you make your home in these 2 spiritual homes through that same link, so that our connection of love will never suffer ruptures. Even if furious winds try to destroy the space of divine love, we will remain hand in hand, immune to destruction, blessed for eternity. Within these walls there will always be a warm embrace to collect your tears, a safe beacon for your uncertain steps, and messages full of closeness and exclusive care. We will be one people, sharing supplications, victories, and mutual intercessions. For it is written in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Take a deep breath now, my daughter. Release the air slowly. Keep walking and trust, for I never abandon those who take refuge under my grace. You are my greatest love. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely. But before this truth is fully realized in your being, there is a revelation about the silent hours of your waiting that urgently needs to transform your understanding. I feel the anguish that invades you as the days pass, the prayers multiply, and yet it seems that heaven has closed with bronze doors. The weight of a sleeping house while your mind cries out for help is a pain I know well. You cry out, ask for a sign, a direction, any movement, but all you receive in return is the echo of your own weeping in the darkness. It is in this apparent emptiness that fear tries to convince you that I have abandoned you, that your case is hopeless, and that your faith was in vain. Do you know that moment when strength slips through your hands and the only desire is to give up because fighting against the invisible has exhausted your spirit? Be at peace and rest. Let me take the lead in this battle. That is exactly what I taught before an insurmountable sea, and which I recorded for you in the book of Exodus chapter 14 verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. I bring this truth to your weary heart now because my silence in your life never means absence. My silence is merely the sound of my divine workshop forging your greatest deliverance. While you think nothing is happening, I am aligning purposes that your human vision cannot yet grasp, preparing safe ground for your miracle to be born strong and unshakable. If this truth has brought any comfort, share this sacred message with a heart that is also suffering in life's waiting room. And respond to me with vulnerability. In the midst of so much silence, what is the promise you are terrified I have forgotten? Release this pain from your chest by writing the word "wait" in the comments. Then gently like this post and subscribe to this channel so you never again doubt my closeness. Even so, a revelation awaits to be unlocked in your mind. Because when the dust of this uncertainty finally settles, you will encounter an ancient promise about your true destiny. Something that will completely rewrite the story of your coming days. I feel the invisible pain that tears you apart inside when you question your own worth. Disappointments have accumulated such a heavy weight on your soul that often you feel disposable, as if your future is already stained by the failures left behind, the rejection of the one who should have stayed, the bitter feeling of not being enough, the profound exhaustion of trying tirelessly and still feeling stuck in the same place. It's like walking barefoot in the dark over thorns that no one sees, feeling hope drain away with each weary breath. Do you know that cruel voice that whispers deep within your mind, trying to convince you that your best days are behind you and that there is no glorious way out for your story? Cast that lie aside right now. Embrace your destiny and take possession of what I decreed in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." I declare this promise over your present because the battles you lost in earthly eyes change absolutely nothing about the bright tomorrow I have already planned for you. Your path is engraved in the palms of my hands. The fact is, You need to stop seeing yourself through your wounds and start seeing yourself through my sacrifice. If this celestial reaffirmation has given life back to your spirit, place your faith in the comments by writing the word identity. Let your truth overflow and tell me, what is the negative sentence about your future that your soul refuses to accept from today onwards? Feel the freedom to share this healing with another beloved daughter by sending this message. Accept the subtle touch of subscribing so you don't miss my echo, and gift this encounter with your like if my love has truly reached you. And yet, there is a secret that needs to be broken before your dawn shines fully. An ancient chain forged in past disappointments that continues to paralyze your steps whenever true peace tries to approach. I feel the silent chill that crosses your soul whenever a new horizon tries to open before you. Instead of celebrating the clarity, your instinct retreats, your breath catches, and the fear of reliving old betrayals takes over everything. The trauma of old wounds has turned you into a prisoner within your own chest, carrying heavy baggage of bitter memories and abandonments that you shouldn't even have to bear anymore. I know the pain of trusting and being hurt, the suffocating weight when cruel memories invade your mind in the middle of the afternoon, making you doubt even the pure blessings I place in your path. Do you know that terror of the sad story repeating itself, of tomorrow bringing the same tears that shattered your past? The time has come to definitively release these chains. I did not call you to live enslaved by the failings of those who did not know how to care for you. Release this poisoned baggage and take possession of the order of love that I recorded in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19. Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I pour this absolute truth upon your spirit today to set you free once and for all. The Holy Spirit will not patch up your pain. He is creating something entirely new from your ashes. What your soul needs to accept at this very moment is that yesterday no longer has authority over your future. Before we move on to the climax of our encounter, answer me with the utmost vulnerability of your being. What does your heart plead to forget definitively? Tear out this pain and seal your forgiveness by writing the word liberation in the comments. Consolidate your safe place by confirming your subscription to the channel so that my voice may always find you. If these words have shattered the shackles of your fear, confirm with your genuine like. And do not withhold grace. Be the bridge to my healing by spreading this message to a woman who also lives chained to the pains of yesterday. Even so, before your tears cease completely, there remains the final gate of this journey to be unlocked. A revolutionary dawn is forming right now, preparing the perfect ground for the supreme answer that will seal your victory. I see the first light of morning trying to break through the cracks in your window. The air feels a little lighter, and for the first time in a long time you can breathe deeply without feeling that sharp pain etched in your stomach. The tears that stained your pillow in the last few nights are drying. You survived. Despair tried to swallow your faith, tried to whisper that all was lost, but your warrior soul remained standing, even though your legs trembled with exhaustion. Do you know that cruel doubt that screams in your mind, saying that perhaps the relief you are feeling now is just a short truce before a new and terrible storm? It is precisely here that my glory enters to tear the uncertainty from your chest. The pain you endured in absolute silence was not in vain. I transform each of your tears into a living seed of testimony. Receive the immutable truth that I established in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I tell you this now because your spiritual dawn is not an illusion or a coincidence. It is the divine reward of your perseverance. What few understand is that true trust isn't born in calm, but in the exact moment you decide to believe in the light, even before the sun tears through the sky. Now tell me with all the purity of your inner self, in the sacred silence that forms after the storm, what is the promise that your heart has finally decided to embrace unconditionally? Overflow with your answer by commenting on the word conviction. Before we take the last and definitive step together, share this dawn of faith with someone who desperately needs to see the sun shine again. If my love has renewed your strength, please like this moment. And so that your faith never again walks in darkness, confirm your subscription ensuring that my whisper always reaches you on difficult days. It turns out that the absolute answer to your deep weariness, that final key promised the moment you arrived here, is about to be revealed, delivering perfect rest for your soul. Rest is not the absence of battles and responsibilities, my daughter. It is the profound certainty that you no longer fight alone. Your constant worry was never a lack of faith, but rather an excess of love and care that you tried to carry on fragile, mortal human shoulders. You spent all your energy trying to control the force of the wind and the course of the waters, when, in truth, your only true role was to lie in the boat and trust in the one who governs the storm. I gathered all your sleepless nights, all your fears swallowed dry so as not to worry others, and now I transform all of that into an unshakable bridge of intimacy between us. The answer to your anxiety is not to control all of tomorrow's solutions. True peace is knowing, deep within your being, that your tomorrow is held in the hands of the one who never loses a battle and loses control of absolutely nothing. To seal this encounter of love and unlock lasting peace over your home, I give you the word I promised when we met at the beginning. The spiritual key that closes your fear and opens wide the doors to your new beginning. Take possession, take a deep breath, and write in the comments as an irresistible decree of your new phase and a cry from your liberated soul. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Write with all your strength and intensity. Let the heavens hear your declaration of victory and submission. And remember, our journey does not end here, for my waters are deep. There are still secrets, directions, and healings that I wish to pour upon your life. Remain on this channel, continue navigating through the message playlist, and let my voice continue to guide you through the coming nights in an intimate and protective way. I am the end of your lonely weariness. I am the tight embrace that never lets go. I am your eternal and unwavering peace.